back.
Hey, no, nice job.
Welcome back.
Hey, what's up, Ace Guru? Whoops. Hey, Goldie, good to see you this morning.
Welcome back.
Yeah, I didn't hear my voice. No, I forgot to unmute. No, it's broken. My mic's broken. It doesn't work. I'm an idiot. I'm trying to find a handful of articles that I have to cover today because they're major. Work call won't hear me anyhow. Wow, dude. You should tell work to calm down. Welcome in, everybody. Hope you're all having a great morning so far. I am very, very late today. I don't know if you guys could tell. I'm starting nearly an hour late. So we have a good bit of game news stuff to talk about. We're going to go through, we're going to play it kind of like we did on Monday, where I'm just going to kind of wing it. We'll scroll through some articles, we'll talk and everything. But first, I want to say thank you for being here. Thanks for all the support lately. We have goals this year for the channel, right? And I really want to emphasize watching videos helps so much. If you guys have been interested in any of my previous playthroughs or missed a game news episode, please go back and watch it. It is all available on YouTube, on playlists for you guys to just binge and consume and watch. So what game is next? I don't know. We've been working on the DLC for Pokemon ZA. Now that we finished Metroid Prime, I don't know. But today we're talking game news. There's quite a bit to cover. We'll kick things off here with let's see, turn that down, and we'll kick things off with some Grand Theft Auto 6 news here. Maybe there we go. All right, Take-Two Interactive reaffirms GTA 6 will launch on November 19th, 2026. There's some stuff that had come out about GTA 6. One of your favorite hats, the white super clean. Thanks, Space Guru. I like it too, and I have to wear it with like a super contrasty color. Let's see. Okay, GTA 6 publisher Take-Two Interactive reaffirms GTA 6 still scheduled to release November 19th. The update came as part of Take-Two Interactive's quarterly earnings call, where Take-Two CEO Strauss Zelnick said, "With the ongoing momentum across many of our businesses and the highly anticipated launch of GTA 6 on November 19th, we continue to project record levels of net bookings in fiscal 2027, which we believe will establish a new financial..." Sorry, my wife texted me. It's very funny. New financial baseline for our business, set us on a path to enhanced profitability and provide further balance sheet strength and flexibility. It said that marketing for the game will also begin this summer, so eagerly awaiting fans will have to wait a little longer to be able to see more of the game. As of yet, Take-Two Interactive has only confirmed the release date of GTA 6 for PS5 and Xbox Series S and X for November 19th, 2026. It's nice that we got this reaffirmed. It's interesting that they felt the need to do it. I also saw another, I don't know if this article had it. I guess they broke it up into 3 articles. Good old insider gaming. This was like a big part of that earnings call as well, where they have said generative AI has no place in GTA 6. They have not used it. They are kind of committing to that from, like, at least on the surface anyway, so that's really good. Very, very reassuring that a big publisher like Take-Two, for one of their, if not their biggest franchise, one of the biggest franchises in gaming, always makes a big splash every time a new entry launches. No generative AI. And so I appreciate it. I'm glad they've been upfront about it. I guess we'll see once we have the product in our hands. But generative AI, not a part of it. It's super awesome. But also, we talked about on Monday a potential delayed physical release. Well, GTA 6 will have a physical release, which we all kind of figured. But in debunking a rumor, Take-Two confirmed in its quarterly earnings report that GTA 6 will have a physical release. Also, marketing slated to begin this summer. The game remains on track for release November 19th, despite several delays, which we've already talked about. But that physical release doesn't look to be delayed any further. I believe the direct quote from the earnings call. I read it somewhere else. I don't remember where I found it. I thought it was on Insider Gaming because they had split it up, and I remember having to go through a bunch of stuff. But anyway, let's see what else Insider Gaming's talking about. Nintendo will carefully evaluate Switch 2 price increase as memory costs rise. So, thanks to generative AI, it seems the Switch 2 price increase will be carefully considered with the surge in memory costs. The Switch 2 does not need a price increase. It would be very stalling for the sales numbers. It wouldn't stop sales altogether, but it would slow them down significantly. With the recent increase in memory costs, the industry has been concerned about a rise in hardware prices. We've already seen AMD increase the prices of its graphics cards, Nvidia discontinue some of its GPUs, and questions about console prices are looming. However, it seems we have somewhat of an answer for the Switch 2. According to a Reuters report, Nintendo President Shuntaro Furukawa recently addressed the effects of rising memory costs on the company and the pricing of Switch 2 during the latest earnings call Q7A. He stated that Nintendo does not expect this cost to increase Does not expect this cost increase to have a major impact on its performance in the current fiscal year. Coming to the Switch 2 price increase, Furukawa stated that they will carefully consider the matter while taking a comprehensive look at the state of adoption of the platform, current sales trends, cost, profitability, market environment, and other factors. That's a Google translation. Talking about the current profit margin situation, Furukawa stated that the company doesn't see it as a major issue. Their priority is to popularize the hardware and then try to improve profit margins by maximizing software sales. In other news, Nintendo's earnings call yesterday revealed that Switch 2 remains the company's fastest selling platform and that nearly half of Switch game sales were physical. Additionally, an official announcement for the Nintendo Partner Direct tomorrow has finally arrived. That was going to be my next topic. But yes, so we now have the long rumored, I guess not really long rumored, but semi long rumored Nintendo Direct Partner Showcase, February 5th. I almost said November for some reason. February 5th at 9 a.m. Eastern Time, so 8 a.m. Central Time. I will do my best to be I'll be live and reacting to this. Usually for a reaction stream, we start 15 minutes early. We'll speculate and joke and talk about it. But this is a partner showcase, so no first-party things to be revealed. As of yet, they could do whatever they want. They're saying it's about 30 minutes of news and announcements, so maybe we'll get all new third-party games and not just a bunch of ports. I'll be interested either way in what we'll see, and I'm excited for it. So yes, it's good to know, hand in hand, they'll consider price increases carefully, but they're not off the table. But also, Nintendo Direct tomorrow. Even if, like I said, even though it's a partner showcase, it's still going to be a good time for everybody. All right, let's see. What else does Insider Gaming have for us? What is happening to the website? I got Emperor Zalgo, taking over here. Veteran Assassin's Creed designer leaves Ubisoft after 2 decades. Nah, I'm good. Ubisoft is in trouble. Pokemon to have its own Super Bowl commercial. That's cool. I mean, we do have the 30th anniversary this year. So this would make sense, especially depending on what they're announcing or showing. Or they're just telling us about the 30th anniversary. You know, it could be anything. Let's see. Or we can just have it refresh. Okay, well, Insider Gaming, I will go to a different website for now. Alright, what news we got over at Nintendo Live? Pokemon kick off 30th anniversary celebrations at the Super Bowl. Sun and Moon's Ultra Beasts are a manifestation of my own resentment, explains Pokemon artist. What is this? Back in 2016, Pokemon Sun and Moon gave us our first look at the Ultra Beasts. They're a weird-looking group of creatures, to say the least, heralding from the Ultra Space dimension, and thus appeared rather different when compared to the general squishiness of most other Pokemon designs. According to former Game Freak illustrator Yusuke Omura, who served as Sun and Moon's lead Pokemon designer, that was kind of the point. Riffing on a recent X theory about the Beast design origins, Omura explained that the Ultra Beast's unusual look stems from many of his previous Pokemon proposals, which were rejected at the time by then lead artist Ken Sugimori. Apparently, the traits that led to these past rejections served as the backbone for the Ultra Beast look, with the creatures disturbing appearances acting like a manifestation of Omura's own resentment. That's really funny. It's like, hey, you didn't like this. We weren't going to do this. Hey, Brent, good to see you. You didn't like this, but we'll do it anyway. All right. 2 more Game Boy games have been added to Switch Online's library. That's awesome. Let's see, we got quite a bit from VGC that we'll talk about. I don't want to rush through the game news show, but I mean, I got to get to work. I've got a lot going on today. It's my wife's birthday today, y'all. And she's probably not watching, so I don't want to spoil anything. But if she is watching, happy birthday. But we went out and got her a few little surprises this morning. And then hopefully Amazon drops her birthday gift off today, too. All right. But yes, that's why I'm so late. I was getting her stuff together and had some errands to run. I'm always running errands. Why can't I just send somebody to do these things for me? Let's see. Switch is officially Nintendo's best-selling console ever, overtaking the DS. Let's go. All right. That's stuff we talked about the other day. All right. So we talked about the Pokemon commercial. Nintendo boss stays tight-lipped when asked about Zelda 40th anniversary plans. The Zelda series has a big anniversary this year, but no promotion has been announced. Nintendo president has declined to comment on potential plans to mark Legend of Zelda series 40th anniversary later this year. Zelda franchise is the second major Nintendo franchise to celebrate its 40th anniversary in the last 12 months, after Super Mario Bros., which currently has its own dedicated promotional campaign across games, merchandise, and the upcoming movie sequel. The first Legend of Zelda game was released for the Famicom on February 21st, 1986, followed by the NES in North America and Europe in August 1987. During its release, during its latest earnings call, translated by VGC, Nintendo President Furukawa was asked directly if the company had plans to celebrate non-Mario anniversaries like Zelda's 40th and Pokemon's 30th with special activities or promotional campaigns. As we've already announced during the Super Mario Bros. 40th anniversary, in addition to releasing several new titles, we are pursuing initiatives beyond games, including the theatrical release of Super Mario Galaxy movie, he replied. As the film's release nears, we hope even more people will take the opportunity to play Mario Galaxy and Mario Galaxy 2, which we launched last year. We're also expanding our software lineup with new titles such as Mario Tennis Fever, Mario Bros. Wonder, Switch 2 Edition, plus Bella Bell Park, as well as Yoshi and the Mysterious Book, creating even more opportunities for players to experience the world of Mario during the anniversary. It's like, dodge the question. They are celebrating Pokemon, like, it's more Game Freak, I guess, driving that. The Pokemon Company driving that celebration, but they are celebrating it. We've got Pokemon Day coming up. All right, let's see. This one actually would be good. And then... okay. This one might also be good. All right. Epic Game Store executive admits the launcher sucks, says improvements are on the way. So in an interview with Eurogamer, Epic Game Store Vice President and General Manager Steve Allison was asked about the player's experience navigating the store. Allison replied that the company is focused on improving the store and and its software launcher, pointing to its slow speeds as one of the main problems it's working on. I don't like using the Epic Games launcher if I can help it. It is very clunky, it's very slow, it's awkward to find what games I own versus what I have installed without setting some filters. They do give out free games quite frequently. I do occasionally go and redeem the free games, especially if it's something I'm even remotely interested in. So we got a lot of stuff out of the door last year, and this year's also going to be the best. This year's going to probably be the best year for that stuff on the big rocks. And the big rocks are the launcher sucks. Let's call it what it is. It's really slow. It makes calls to our backend services to refresh every time you click around. Depending on your console's connection, you'll have to wait a couple of seconds. Yeah, that explains why it takes a couple of seconds. And that just doesn't feel good, especially when people are comparing and contrasting and dual using one that doesn't do that. Allison says work on improving. Okay. Work on improving this started late last year and involves pulling the guts out and putting new guts in, with improved speed set to come around May or June. It should start to feel good, be faster, and people should be like, holy S, it doesn't suck so much. That would be a win for us. Yeah, that would be nice. That would be nice. I hope it gets better. I mean, competition's good. Steam definitely is in the majority of user base, install base, developer support, and publisher support. So it's interesting that it doesn't suck as much as a win. Right, like that's my problem. Is we accept mediocrity as so easily, and it's like there really should be excellence sought after here. And if that's the best y'all can do, that's fine. But that's not a good look. That's not a good look. Hopefully they'll figure it out though. They've had plenty of time. Okay, we read those. All right, we're done with this one. What's next? Oh, I thought this was crazy. Sony patents AI-generated podcasts voiced by characters from its games. Sony's acquired a new patent for the creation of bespoke AI-generated podcasts starring video game characters. Patent, which was applied for July 2024 and granted in late January 2026, is titled LLM-based generative podcasts for gamers. Excuse me. I thought I had something in my throat. Alright, video game platforms currently lack the ability to provide unique and targeted content to gamers to update gamers about things that are happening on the platform, the patent claims. There are currently no adequate solutions to the foregoing computer-related technological problem. The solution proposed by the patent is to generate a podcast of news related to the data, with the podcast presenting the news in the voice of a video game character of a video game played by the video game player. Its description depicts a scenario where the player starts at their console and are shown a message on the home screen informing them your personalized podcast is available for today. And it's not pre-recorded, it's just generated. Thanks, AI. It could just be generating the scripts, and they could have people host the show that don't have to have a morph suit persona or whatever. But I like the idea that if it's AI generated, it will make some mistakes, and that will be very funny to have, like, just classic Sony characters popping off the wall with some crazy stuff. I think it would be very funny. That's going to be cool. I don't know. I'd like to see more on it. I'd like to see a tech demo of it. That's really what I want to know. Alright, what else is Sony patented? A touchscreen PlayStation controller that lets players choose where to put the buttons. Standalone controllers aren't comfortable or for everyone. So it has two screens. So it's one touch screen. Lets players control where to choose buttons or where to place the buttons. So this is like your basic setup. It's your A and B, start, select, circle, square. I don't know, whatever it needs to be. But this whole area is the touchscreen. Oh man, I'm just kind of thinking, like, what are the uses here? Obviously accessibility would be the thing, because then you could like raise or lower the D-pad or swap to like a southpaw config. You could have a bunch of buttons on one side and like one D-pad direction on the other. That might be an option. I don't know why, but you could. Seems like a cool idea. Patents ultimately don't mean anything unless some product is coming out behind it. So, I don't know. I haven't seen anything that shows someone wanting this style controller. Alright, let's be honest. The reason probably if someone can sell custom prints on various parts. Yeah, that's probably it. Alright, let's move on. Alright, AMD hints the next-gen Xbox console could launch next year. Chipmaker AMD has hinted that Microsoft's next-generation Xbox console could launch next year. Speaking during an earnings call on Tuesday, CEO Lisa Su stated that its development of Microsoft's next-gen Xbox SoC is progressing well to support a launch in 2027. While the comment doesn't outright confirm the next Xbox will release next year, it indicates that the Microsoft could be ready to launch soon. While neither Sony nor Microsoft has shared concrete information on their next-gen consoles plans, both companies have confirmed they are working in partnership with AMD, which we knew going in. According to insiders, both could launch in 2027. However, at least one market analyst believes that the release date of the PlayStation 6 is likely to come later than most forecasts have suggested due to various factors. Oh, Okay. This guy doesn't pull any punches. All right. Well, I can tell you're right, and that the next gen console is going to be a very premium, very high-end curated experience. Bond told Mashable, you're starting to see some of the thinking that we have in this handled, but I don't want to give it all away. Oh, they have it in the handheld? Oh man, what's going on? I think my voice keeps cutting out. Anyway. Could be cool. I would want to see more. Alright, Nintendo confirms an alternative to Switch's $100 Virtual Boy accessory, Labo VR. 2019's cardboard Labo VR can be used to play upcoming Virtual Boy games. Nintendo confirms. For some reason. It's according to a Nintendo Treehouse staff member who confirmed the functionality with GamesBeat. According to the person, the functionality wasn't previously disclosed in marketing materials because Nintendo no longer sells the Labo VR kit. Virtual Boy games are set to launch on February 17th for Switch. Expansion Pack plus Poker. Expansion Pack plus subscribers. Previously, it was stated users would need to purchase either the $100 Virtual Boy accessory or a $25 cardboard model in order to play 3D games. So, this accessory sold out, by the way. They just got a restock on it. So, if you're not able to get it, if you have the Labo VR set, it will work. It seems Labo VR will now provide a third option, presumably indicates Virtual Boy accessory could work with compatible 3D Switch games like Captain Toad, Smash Bros. Ultimate, Breath of the Wild. Ooh, I wonder how it would work on the Switch too. That would be a real interesting thing. Let's see. The Labo VR kit released in April 2019 and was the fourth entry in Nintendo's family-friendly build-and-play series. They don't even do the Labo stuff anymore. The cardboard stuff is gone. Like, that sold, and that came and went. It felt like it didn't take off, and Nintendo pulled the plug on it really fast. But if you're wanting to get those Virtual Boy games, there's your inroad right there. Alright, well, let's see. We got 2 more Game Boy games added to Switch Online's Nintendo Classics library. Do they have the trailer? Here, we'll just watch the trailer. Yeah, crunchy 8-bit noises. So actually, I have played this game on Game Boy, and I did not understand it at all. I was bad at it. But I've never played Balloon Kid. Looks like an interesting platformer. I always like that we get these little trailers showcasing additions to Switch Online, Game Boy stuff, or any of the consoles. That's cool. Balloon Kid and Yoshi. Yoshi's an odd puzzle game. All right, let's see. Switch is officially Nintendo's best-selling console ever, overtaking the DS. Switch now has sold more than 155 million units. So that's a big deal because the DS was like out of range for the longest. We weren't going to pass it. Most people thought it wasn't going to. The Switch wasn't going to defeat it, but here we are. And its financial results for the 9 months ended December 31st, 2025. Nintendo said it sold some 1.36 million units units of the original Switch console, bringing the total number of consoles sold to date to 155.37 million units. As noted in its presentation materials, that means Nintendo Switch's lifetime sales have officially overtaken those of the previous best-selling console, the Nintendo DS, which had 154.02 million units. So that's crazy. Congrats, Nintendo, for outselling yourself. You outdid yourself. It only took 7 years or more. 9 years? How long has the Switch one been available? Anyway, it took that long. Nintendo Switch launched in 2017 and was the company's first hybrid console combining... Oh, yeah, it was... Okay, so we're looking at almost 10 years, right? Combining the resources of its previously separate home console and handheld production teams. Console performed strongly during the COVID-19 pandemic when it sold nearly 50 million consoles during a 2-year period. Had the system not been affected by shortages, it may have performed even better. It's cool. Congrats. All right, let's kind of scroll through some of the X posts from this morning. Let's see. Amazon Fallout Countdown wasn't a game remaster announcement after all. Oh yeah, everybody was expecting Fallout 3 or Fallout New Vegas to get like some kind of remaster. But it wasn't. They got bamboozled. Let's see. If we can't find anything, we'll just wrap it up. Let's see. I don't see a whole lot here. I'm excited about this partner showcase. I want to know what third-party games are coming to Switch 2. Xbox consoles are already capable of becoming strong emulation machines, and recent community rumbling suggests Switch emulation could be the next major step forward. Nintendo lawyers won't be happy to see Ryujinx on Series X and S. Are there still Switch emulators floating around out there? Let's see. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if there are. I just haven't seen any. See, high-end live streaming mixers can cost $4.99, but this one somehow costs $49. Interesting. This brand stood out to me. I have some headphones at our church that are like these headphones that we use for mixing, and they're actually really good, but I've never heard of the brand, and now that's the second time I've seen it. One Audio. Let's see. Borderlands 4 Switch 2 development paused after last-minute delay. I think it's paused indefinitely, which is interesting. I think we've all moved on, though. GameStop, I'm mad at you. I don't want to interact with you at all. They closed their only store in my town. And so it's like, well, I know we're not a big city, and the sales numbers probably haven't been great, but now I have to go to like Walmart to get my like release day stuff. Let's see, AMD says Valve is on track to ship Steam Machine early this year, but we still don't know the price. If it's $1,000, we're gonna be in trouble. Well, we're not gonna be in trouble. I'm just not gonna get it. Rip GameStop. Work meeting. All right, Denal. Thanks for that work lyric. Let's see. Just kind of going through these articles, seeing what else is out there. Yeah, I don't see much else from this morning. All right, guys. Well, I'm gonna call it here. I hope you all enjoyed the game news this morning. Kind of a short run. I was super late. I apologize, but you know it's my wife's birthday, and she's a little more important to me than live streaming stuff. But I appreciate you guys being here. We'll find somebody to raid out to, because I do have to get started on work pretty soon. But thanks for lurking and following and hanging out. Let's see. Who are we sending this to today? Let's go to Kat. She's doing stuff. I don't really know what's going on. Her streams are so random, I could never keep up. Alright, y'all have a great day. Love you. I will see you tomorrow morning for the Nintendo Direct, and then tomorrow evening we'll be playing Pokemon or doing something else. So yeah, until then, bye!